tuned up, I want to show you some of the warm-ups and exercises that I use. I find these are great for dexterity, for getting your both hands, your left hand and your right hand, working in unison together. It's real important because a lot of players, when they start out, they want to start real fast and they miss strings, they miss notes. So you have to start out slow and incorporate these two hands together. Plus the warm-up exercises, it's like if you're an athlete, you're a runner, hockey player, football player, whatever, they always go through their warm-up stretches and exercises. That's what we're going to do here, is stretching our hands, getting them warmed up, and also you're learning dexterity, and getting coordination happening. Okay, now a lot of teachers are going to tell you, all right, you're going to have to start here on the first fret. I find that if you're a beginner at this especially, it's such a stretch. A lot of players, a lot of kids I teach, they get frustrated. Why not start up a little higher in the neck? Why don't we start up on the C? It's in the 8th fret. Okay, what we're going to do is we're just going to go back and forth. Between our first finger and our ring finger. And we're going to do this on every string. You want to concentrate on both hands. Get your left hand and your right hand. Your picking hand. A lot of players, when they'll start out, they'll just pick down. Or maybe they'll just pick up. You want to incorporate alternate picking. Not alternative picking, but alternate picking. Up and down. Okay, then you're going to add more fingers into this exercise. We're going to go from your first finger to your third finger. Let's add our middle finger on here. I move down to the B on this one. Okay, you want to practice some going low to high. Also, you want to go from high to low. Now some of you guys are probably sitting there, yeah, I know all this stuff already. Yeah, I know I got to do all this. But it's real important, and you work it up, and you have all 4 fingers. And let's go back up to the C. You want to hit every note, and you want to concentrate on your alternate picking. Up and down. Now, if you watch this, I'm going to do it slow. I'm going to have Dan come in on my left hand, on my right hand here. You see what's happening? Down, up, down, up. Now I'm going to let the next string. I'm on a downstroke. Up, down. So every time I go to my next string, I'm on a downstroke. It's going to help you with coordination. It's going to help you build up speed. So you're going to be able to take these runs now, these exercises, and work them all the way up the neck. So when you're sitting there watching TV, late at night when you can't sleep, pick up your guitar and just do these exercises. Try to get into a routine of doing warm-ups and finger exercises before you start to play, before a gig. After a gig, you're going to want to cool down, give your fingers a little rest, get the muscles back in shape. You do variations with these. Come up with your own. The thing is to make it, you can make it sound musical, come up with your own ideas, and make it your own little exercise. couple different examples of ones that you can try on your own and get it flowing, build up the speed. Another thing that I do with warm-ups is I'll run scales. Okay, I'm going to start in C again here. Okay. This is the Ionian mode, the major scale. I'm going to do 1 octave first. Pretty simple. The cool thing about the guitar, if you watch my finger pattern, okay, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4. You got that? Do it again. C major scale. Say I want to play an A major scale. Catch the similarity? Same fingering. There's all sorts of theory behind a major scale with whole steps and half steps. Whole step there, half step, and a whole step. A whole step is where you skip a fret. Another whole step, and then a half step. When you're working on your scales, you want to practice them all over the neck. Learn them in different positions. We started off with the C scale. Listen to the notes. Do, re, mi, la, fa, sol, ti, do. Get that sound in your head, how it goes. The full octave C scale. Combine your scales with your warm-up exercises. Want to run them up the neck and run them down the neck. One of the other scales that guitar players really rely on is the blues scale, the pentatonic scale. I'm going to play it in A. You should already know this one. If you don't, watch. I'll play it slow. Great to do blues licks. Technique that I'm doing here, I'm throwing in some vibrato, bending the notes, vibrato, side to side, up and down. Combine all these things in when you're practicing, because then when it comes time to do a lead, take a solo, you'll have all these things that you can pull from, and they're just going to come naturally. Also, I suggest you practice along with a drum machine or a metronome. I'm using the Alesis SR16 right here. Let me start a little beat here. Start off with a slower tempo. 80 beats, pretty cool.